I don't know if I should tell you this story. I had it, but it's too scary to remember it. Well, I guess there's no way to forget about that lost cursed episode I just experienced. So it used to be a TTTE fan. Had some toys, VHS, DVDs. My Thomas take engine bed. So happy to have my Thomas stuff in my bedroom. Heavy engines I bought on Amazon. I can remember the names and the numbers of which entries. And I was from morning. Decided to check the attic. So I wanted to know what secrets I could find. So I went up there with my flashlight because the attic didn't have a light switch. So I looked around the attic, but then I saw something. It was like a VHS cover of Thomas, but it was red from the 90s, which is where I bought years ago. And it was. I was hoping that VHS cover was James or Lesson or other stories, or maybe Thomas's Crypt's Wonderland or other Thomas variants. But this cover had something off about it. The cover of VHS looked really weird. It displays Percy and Ilos like he was looking terrified as hell. On the bottom was a scrapped tank engine, and the title was Scrapped. Never heard of this episode before. I was confused. The word scrapped had one P, not two. Shrugged it off, went back to my bedroom. Took a closer look at the website and watched. The back cover shows nothing but black. The only episode was scrapped. That's strange, I said to myself. I put the VHS tape on a VCR player, then went to my Thomas second bed. After the FBI warning screen, it showed the Britain Alcroft Presents logo, but the logo had something off with it. It was red, and dripping down the background was blood. It says Brits represent instead of Brit Alcroft presents. And what's worse is the music was slowed down and reverbed. When the watch of Thomas's eyeless before flashing into black. Then the opening played, but the music was slowed down, and the title showed up like in title of VHS tape. Venice began. It was a peaceful day on the docks, which was a reused footage from a flying keeper. Percy was in the docks, while Thomas plowed to see Percy. They both say something about their jobs. Thomas says he's going to scrapyard, get some more metal. Percy says he's going to deliver some trucks for the coaling yard and deliver it the mole this night. Thomas passes away after a good BFF chat with Percy. I guess this episode's about Percy getting scared the heck out of himself in the scrapyard. Thomas was pranking him because friends pranked him. Percy was upset about Frank. I wasn't sure yet. Then I found the next scene, Percy was delivering the mail when he stopped to see a worker of the scrapyard. It said Thomas didn't come to the scrapyard. Asked Percy to do Thomas's job at night. Then it faded into another scene where Percy was going to the scrapyard by himself. Or maybe it was the Iron List. Well, Percy was calling his name. Thomas didn't respond. Then the doors shut itself. Now Percy was scared out of hell, saying that Thomas was joking around, even though Percy that he was scared of mistake because something very bad will happen to him. Then he showed the front of the scrapyard. Then something went wrong. Then, slowly, what came next was definitely unexpected. Like a jump scare from FNAF, I jumped out of bed. Two spikes on a handle jammed into Percy's eyes. This is the part where it gets off key and gets grotesque. Percy's scream sounded realistic. Then I saw blood coming out of his eyes. Pulled back off. Percy's eyes were you can see what at the back of his eyeballs, blood coming out. Percy started sobbing, still realistically. I stopped sobbing as well. Why would they do this to Percy? Then he stopped sobbing. Oh my god. This was fucking brutal. Percy resumed sobbing as you could hear chainsaws and drills. Percy's face mask was bleeding so violently and gore I covered my eyes because the chainsaw went down Percy's face mask. I forgot covering my ears. Went on after I heard the chainsaw shot. Then Percy screamed again, which triggered his face to fall off. Face mask, I mean. The scream which made his face mask fell off and blood was leaking out. Then it had to sweat. Oh my god, I whispered. Never heard this. There's something very bad and brutal. I knew something was going to end badly. Then faded to a junkyard. I was correct. Where there was old cars and trains that were scrapped. Thomas passed into the entrance of a junkyard, then stopped where he saw Percy in the shed. Both were scrapped. The designs were rusted instead of their numbers. Had the words that said scrap. I was very upset to see the best friends being scrapped. Now, I think I know the answer why they banned this episode. This was going to be Thomas the Second Engine's final episode. But because of Percy's brutal death, they didn't air it on TV. Then I could faintly hear Thomas and Percy's whistles very slowly. Then the ending music played. I saw a picture of Percy's eyeless face jump scared me before I saw the credits. Then it played. I broke down harder than I ever did in my life. After that childhood crushing experience, I really wanted to show my mother about the last episode. My mother was enraged. She dialed, hit entertainment, and bit alcohol from my phone. Responds with the following message. We apologize about the banned episode of Thomas's Tank Engine. It was supposed to be the episode to conclude the series, but someone made the episode very brutally, so they fired that person that made this episode. This was back in 2005, but we continued the series with CGI in later seasons. We found the last episode something in the attic once again. We are sorry about this banned episode. I got a screenshot of Percy's brutal death from my mother used a hammer to destroy it. The VHS tape. Later at night, I always talk about Thomas and Percy flashlights, so I can sleep better without having a nightmare about that last episode. I never see the last episode ever again, so this is my final message. If you found the last episode about your favorite childhood stories, don't watch it. It's just best to not get involved with me, because it'll haunt you for the longest time.